Hey, dear friend. I hope you guys are doing amazing. If you're not, then we're gonna be having so much fun today. Okay? It's gonna be truly fun. I want you to pay attention. Okay? So, this not, this video is not gonna be kind of scripted and all those things like we usually do, but this gonna be me and you only, having a conversation that is truly needed, that you need to listen, because it meant to changing your life. I truly wanna help you to get out of whatever thing you are going in your life, to really be able to snap out of it and be able to get to the place where you are living your most amazing life, where you have more freedom, where you have more choices, you have opportunities, you are living the life on your own total terms, where you are able to do whatever you want whenever you want without really worrying about anything. I want to put you onto a paradigm where you just feel every moment like a dream. And I'm not really talking out of the theory. I have been able to live that life countless of time. Even this moment today, I'm living that. YouTube was once my dream. Now it is my reality. And it is like so easy for me to just get off my bed, make videos, and do amazing things. It has been never easy like that. I have gone through a lot of things in my life in order to get that. So I want to change your life. Okay? And my pure intention is to really help you make better decisions today. I want to give you a better mindset, better mental model, and just like some good thing that will help you to change your life. Okay? So this conversation mean to change your life. I want you to pay attention. Okay? Now chances are like you are going through some hard things in your life. You might be going through some situation financially that you never meant to be in. Sometime you might be just going through like a breakup. You might be going through some hard things in your life that you never meant to be. And I want to tell you, it's not your fault. you know it's not your fault. But at the same time, I don't want you to just like feel like a victim. In this moment, what I truly want you to do, if you have pen and paper, that's beautiful. Take a pen and paper and write down, on this moment, I'm taking extreme responsibility of my life. I know my life is this way because of my patterns, my habits, my thoughts, my identity, what I believe about myself, what I believe about the world, and who I am as a person. Just writing this down will truly help you to understand that it's not outside but inside. Who you are inside is exactly what creating outside. It's like a water effect, like a mirror effect or water effect, whatever you want to tell it. Mirror will reflect who you are, right? So mirror is like your outer reality. People that are coming in your life constantly, financial situation that you are going through, things that has been just repeating over and over and over. It is like your inner reflect, like reflection that is just outside. What does it mean? It means like who you are inside is exactly what is getting projected outside. So if you become victim, it will just give you more and more victimness, right? But what if you become your future self? What if you just become the best version of yourself and snap out of this situation so easily? I want you to, really do that today. So first thing of like really changing your life is taking an extreme responsibility, knowing it's not your fault, at the same time getting to the deep root cause that okay, it's not my fault, but somehow I created this reality. It's not, like God's will that you are going through breakups. It's not God's will that you're overweight. It's not God's will that you're, like in this kind of financial situation. He just wants the best for you, but your decisions are not really allowing you to get there. The series of actions that are not really allowing you to get there. So it's not God's will. At the same time, he is there for you. He truly want to help you, right? Now, once you take the first extreme responsibility, I want to give you a better mindset, because everything comes from here, guys. Let me give you a story. I have two clients. One is Noi, one is Mohan. Noi is in the school, Mohan is in the like job for almost 3 years now, I guess. Both got started with me. Both got started with me around 7 months or 6 months something. Okay, I'm not sure like how long they have been with me, but here is the scenario. Noi started his page, like Instagram page. So basically I have another mentorships as well that I provide, that I'm mentor people. Like YouTube is my purpose project. I'm starting some new things. I'll be going deeper into them as well in upcoming days. But putting that aside, I have this mentorship where there are two people, Mohan and Noi. Noi is like in the school, he never wanna go into job, and Mohan is on the job almost for 2-3 years now. And now Noi grew his Instagram page within first 30 days to 10,000 followers, probably like within 18 or 90 days, he was able to get to 10,000 followers. The same month, he made $900. On the other side, it took 4 months for Mohan to get to 10,000 followers, and even after that 3 months, he didn't make anything. What do you think could be a difference? Like same routine, same like mentorship program, same accountability, showing up every day, doing the work, putting in the process. He both are like doing everything that is being told consistently, predictably, and like super clear. Both implemented the same stuff. Why do you think one was able to get better result and one was not able to get result even after 7 months? What do you think could be a reason? Let me tell you what was the reason. First, Noi, like who is in the school, never wanna get to a job. He never got exposed to online business. He never got exposed to an scam and all those things. His whiteboard is like very clear. I can just write down anything and he will accept it as it is. On the other hand, for Mohan, he has failed through three businesses in the past, got scammed 2 times, has been going through a lot of like things in his life, financially, like family wise, so many things that he has been going through. That is why it was like very very hard for him to grow, because I gave him the same weapon. I gave him the same weapon, same mindset, same everything, but he was not able to pull it off. Like, no, why is that? Because of his programming, guys. Because of this programming. And that is why it is very very crucial taking an extreme responsibility and changing that operating system. I wanted to change your default setting, a default setting that has been programmed through your family, peers, government, and like here is the crazy part, guys. We are still operating like Homo sapiens. We are still operating from that old programming of billions of millions of years ago. Like same primal instincts. Like I don't know like what they call it. They say reptile brain. I'm not sure like how they pronounce it, but it's something like reptile instinct, reptile brain, or whatever that thing is. Which means we are still operating the way like we used to operate millions of years ago. We still like feel very very stress, anxious, and everything about going out into the new situations. About like really doing something that we mean to be doing, but we're never doing it. That means like our brain feel unfamiliar towards some of the thing, and that's why we are never able to get about it. Or like some crazy things happen in your life that shape up behavior within you now, that you don't want to like step into the new realm because it feels safe. Let me give you an example. Let's say when you first time went into university or maybe school or something, and you decided to make some good friends, you went into some other groups, you try to connect with them, they didn't accept you. They say like go out it, they disrespect you, they bully you, whatever the scenario. Again, second time you try, same thing happen. Third time you give it a last try and same thing happen. Now what you really create a impact on your mind is like okay, this is not really gonna happen. I couldn't be a person who can have good friends. I wouldn't be a person who can be in a group. You created that association with that particular situation. Now what will happen? There will be so many opportunities that you need to be doing in your life or in a business that will make you successful, but they require group, they require leadership, they require stepping out of your zone, building something. But you have subconscious association now with that one situation that says you can't be in a group, and now because of that you are not really able to step into those opportunities. Why? Because subconsciously you don't want to go about it. Why? Because your brain feel it's familiar, it's safe to be into this kind of, I don't want to get into the new realm because it's unsafe, it's unpredictable, it's not sure how it's gonna be. And because of that you never really step into it. And when you don't really be open to the opportunities, what happen? You stay stuck. And that is the reason, guys, that you're stuck right now. You're going through like same pattern of your life, breakup after breakup, financial situation, whatever the thing is. It's your default setting that has been in your mind for years and years and years. And that is why you're not able to like really get into the new paradigm. Because all it takes is a better reframe. Let's say these things happen, and instead of like really become victiming, you said, okay, it's totally fine. I'm into like really leading people instead of joining the groups. You see how this small thing that you reframe now created a better association in your mind with that situation. Instead of now being a part of group, you want to create your own group. You want to create like a leadership environment. And now after 5 years or 6 years, you find yourself being so successful with groups. Like everywhere you go, people just want to be around you. People want to be with you. You're like so magnetic now, and people are throwing money at you. You just walk into the room, no one knows you, and just after 3 hours or 1 hour in that room, everyone just wanna be working with you. Everyone wanna just be around you, and you find out that, man, it was all because of this one thing. Why did it happen? Because certain point, certain thing happened, certain shift came in your mind, and you're able to change it. That's what like I heard like my mentor said to me often, like, me, it's so crucial that you stay conscious about the decisions you make and the associations you make, because just how you frame the past, or just how you frame that one incident in your life, really decided upcoming 5 years, because brain felt familiar, it felt safe, so it want to stick to it. But the growth happens outside the cave, right? You won't be able to grow in the cave. You need to go out, hunt for the food so confidently. I think you might be getting my point, what I'm trying to say. It's not your fault, but at the same time, take extreme responsibility. Change that programming that has been within you for years and years, through your family members, through your peers, through your friends, through government. Change that programming. Accept, new programmings like mine, like some of your successful friends that you might have in your group. Just ask them, like, what do you guys feel about money? Listen out there, like association with money. Understand why they say what they say. See what stories they have that gives them support. For example, like, I have a friend of mine. He makes a lot of money, and when I ask him, like, hey, what does money means to you, he said, money is a tool. It's my Swiss knife. It buys me yacht today, it buys me private jet tomorrow. It's a thing that always works out for me. That's what his belief. And when I asked him, like, why do you think that way, he said, Meet, let me tell you a story. There was a mastermind that I attended by Tony Robbins, and in that mastermind, I was able to meet this one dude who changed my life entirely. He was going through, like, kind of very up and down in his business and everything, and this guy, who was next sitting next to him, was exactly, like the same situation a year ago, before like attending this mastermind and everything. And this both like sitting next to each other, so they started like talking, hey man, this concept is like really good, how do you feel about it? And they just started having conversation. In between the conversation, he shared, like, I'm going through this, like up and down, that's why I joined the mastermind. And that person shared a thing with a friend of mine that changed his life about money, right? So what he said to him, like, buddy, listen up. Money is just a tool, and I believe it's a lot of money that I have in my life. I have so many opportunities that I can create a lot of money, and it's so easy to make. And the moment he heard about it, he was like, man, are you sure you're talking about this? And he said, like, man, just a year ago I was sitting in next just this kind of room, and just wondering how this people are making this amount of money through this mastermind events and everything. And last year I heard talking about this thing, like, or way of seeing money can really make a lot of things in your life. So I was, like, also thinking, like, it's very hard to make money. It's very hard, like, to really change your life. It's very, very hard to, get to certain point in your life. And that was like literally stopping me all the time, until I reframed it, until I was able to, like, really change the meaning of it. And here we are, it's been almost a year. I've been able to grow my transporting business. That's what he said, as long as I remember, to 7 figures, without me really doing a lot of the work. I was, having so many resources in front of me for whole last 2 years, but I never really took any action. The reason I never really took any action, because of my beliefs. Subconsciously, they were the drivers. But the moment I said, it's easy to make money, we just need to shift our focus from making money to the value that we want to deliver, and things happen so easily. You make most money when you don't expect that. And that is what happened. And then, this my friend also decided, okay, it's easy to make money. I want to serve others. He started a, like consulting company back in 2023, I guess. Yeah, like in the end of 2023, somewhere around that. It's been like almost one year and 7 months, something, I'm not sure. But he started that, and now he's serving people. He loves doing what he does. At the same time, be getting paid the highest. He get paid $30,000 a year for his consulting, plus, a lot of events, a lot of workshops that he does. And it's very easy for him to make money now. Early in the time, he was, like going through all this thing, but never really able to get it. Why? Because his belief was like, it's very hard to make money. It requires a lot of things you need to do in your life in order to make a lot of money. And because of that, you're not really able to make that amount of money. Chances are you might be going through the same thing. I just wanted to ask, like, what is your association with the money? I wanted to ask, what is your association with relationships? I wanted to ask, like, what is your association with yourself, who you are, how you see the world? Get clarity and change it. It's so easy to make a change, guys. We are humans. We can change. We fucking adapt, There is a certain habit for yours or for, like, 30, 40 years. A shift come in your mind, something crazy happen in your life, and you change instantly. Like, changes happen instantly, like in instance. Doesn't matter, it take, like some changes to come into years, months, or days, but that change happen in that instant. Something happen, you meet a person, you decide, okay, I wanna be with this girl. You get into some, like trouble financially, like, okay, I wanna make a lot of money. It's easy to money. I don't value money at all. You get off the pedestal and now you make a lot of money. It's as easy as, snapping your finger. Changes happen on instant. So you got the clarity. Write it down. What are your beliefs? What are your associations? Let me tell you mine, guys. I'm not just talking big things here, right? Let me tell you mine. I grown up in like very poor family. And there were like, there is rich family always used to live in my neighbor. And guess what I was thinking? For a long, long time, like I changed this programming around 8 months ago. And the moment I clearly remember, like, this is my another journal actually. Journal, right? I don't know like how to pronounce it. This is my, another journal. It's almost halfway there as well, but I have another one as well, that I started this year. So I have like almost two journal this year. And on that first journal, I remember, like, I was writing down what are my core values and core beliefs about money, and what do I really believe, like what it takes to make a lot of money or have a lot of things in life. And guess what? When I was looking back into my childhood, what I found out, that I have had memories, where I was saying myself, my, like friends were saying, like my colleagues, basically my cousins, who were saying me, Meet, we need to have a rich dad in order to have this kind of wealth in our life, in order to, live like this XYZ person. I won't be able to reveal the name, but to live this kind of people, And I was feeling so, right with him in the childhood. I was like, yeah, man, it needs a lot of money to live like, these people, or like really have this kind of income. It takes a rich dad, it takes all this and that. And that belief was not really serving me, guys. I was able to reach to certain point in my life, and I was then stuck. I was not able to get to the new numbers. Why? Because I was believing that I need a freaking rich dad in order to have wealth in my life. And guess what? When I believe that is the truth, I won't really do anything else in my power to change that. And it was holding me for a long, long time, until I changed it and I said, man, I'm the person who will create a wealth in my life. I changed that. I took an extreme responsibility. And 8 months from now, like I built my dream house. I'm living in this house, it's still in the construction. Like some more time, But I'm making these things happen in my life. I made more money ever since. So easily and effortlessly. I was having opportunities in front of me, guys. But I was like so sleeping on them. So that's the only thing, guys. I would literally talk for more and more time, but I will video will go long, and this was like literally the conversation I wanted to have with you guys. I just wanted to tell you that it's easy to make money. It's not your fault, but at the same time, take an extreme responsibility. Change who you are, how you see the world, what you believe about yourself, what you believe about the world, what you believe about the people, what you believe about love, relationships, and all those things. and see how it change your life. See how it really make a lot of difference in your life. It is so easy to make a change. That's how easy it is. You can say it, you can think of it, and you can make it happen. That's how easy it is. Change happen on instance. Why you wanna wait, like for years to make a change? Why don't you shrink that timeline into today and feel like this is the worst day of my life? How would I make money? I have a mentor of mine, and he does this very funny thing. There was like times where he was like go good up business and then go down kind of thing. And I remember like back in the time when I was just watching his one of the video, and I was like laughing because what he says like so funny, but it works for him all the time. He said like me, like I would have $30,000 in my bank account and my business is going crazy. I'm not really able to make amount of money that I was investing into the resources, coaches, team members, and everything. And I'm fucked up. I know that I need to make more money, but I'm not able to make more money, and I'm not really resourceful. So what I would do, I would just go and buy a fucking $30,000 Mercedes. Like he would just put a down payment of $30,000. Now he need to make the money. He said, why would I wait for like 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 8 weeks to get all the money out of my bank and then go make money? Why don't I just shrink it and be able to feel that pain and make a decision in an instance and change the life? I would literally think about how I'm gonna make 100 grand in a Mercedes compared to being sitting in my bedroom with no money and thinking like how I'm gonna make money. Give proofs to your brain that it's fine, it's familiar, it's totally easy. Once you feel familiar, you go about it. For me, long time YouTube was not really the thing, but now I can just wake up, I make the videos. Even right now I didn't have any content idea, I didn't have anything. I was like I want to have conversation. I just came in, I just recorded it, and here we are. After this I'll be able to upload it. Why it is easy for me to talk to a camera like I'm talking to millions of people right now? I know, even though like my video will get reach of 100 of views something right now, it will get to millions as well. I believe in it, believing it the best strategy. That's not the point for today, but yeah, why it is very familiar for me, like why it is very easy for me to get in and make a video without any thinking anything else. Why I'm not making an excuse, where I'm not really escaping this? Why? Because I feel familiar. Earlier it was not familiar, so I was like, okay, I want to do something. I was just trying to say safe. This programming is like so bad thing, guys. Like the biggest pandemic we have is the bad programming. People are like feeling more depressed, they are feeling more anxious, they are feeling all this. Our ancestors were never really depressed, even though they were living in a hard like survival thing. They were never really depressed, they were never really anxious. They were never. Why? Because they were really having controls of their life. There was no politics, there was no government, there was no like this influencers who are just programming you for the worst things. Government is like preparing you, to feel all this emotion so that you always stay on the survival, and you're never really able to think beyond that. So you're never really able to make more money. So you're never really able to do all those things. Make sense? So yeah, let's end this video today here. And we're gonna be having more good conversations like this in upcoming days. So stay with me. Okay? I see you soon. Peace.